All right, if you're writing JavaScript, you're dealing with arrays. It's just a fact of life. But are you handling them the right way? The modern way? Today, we're going to talk about a little method called forEach. And trust me, it's going to clean up your code in a big way. You know the feeling, right? You've got this big list of stuff, an array, and you need to do something to every single item. And what do we usually reach for? That old, classic for loop. But let's be honest, it's kind of clunky, isn't it? A bit messy? Well, what if I told you there's a much better way?
Okay, so before we jump into the shiny new solution, let's just quickly look at the problem we're trying to solve. And it all comes down to that classic, old-school for loop.
I mean, look at it. Sure, it gets the job done, no one's denying that. But you've got all this setup. You have to create a counter, let I equal 0. You have to check the length of the array on every single loop. And you have to remember to increment that counter. It's just so much boilerplate code for a simple task, you know? Okay, enough of the old way. Let's get to the good stuff. JavaScript gives us this amazing built-in method that's a total game changer. Let's properly introduce forEach. So what is forEach? It's basically a function that's already attached to every single array you create. You just call it, tell it what you want to do, and boom, it takes care of all the looping stuff for you. No more counters, no more checking the length, all that just disappears.
All right, talking about it is one thing, but seeing it in action is where it really clicks. So let's look at a super simple example.
So first things first, we need some data. Let's create a simple array called fruits, and we'll just put apple, banana, and mango in there. Simple enough. Our goal? Just print each one of these fruits to the console.
And now, here's how we do it with forEach. Look at that. We just take our fruits array, call .forEach on it, and then we give it a little function. That's it. So clean, right? You can see exactly what it's doing just by reading it.
So what's really going on here? That little function we passed in is what we call a callback function. Think of forEach as a manager. It goes through the fruits array, picks up the first item, apple, and then calls back to our function, handing it apple. Then it goes to the next one, banana, and calls our function again with banana. It does this for every single item until it's done. It's awesome.
Okay, so we've seen the how. Now let's talk about the why. Why do so many developers prefer this? What really makes it better? Well, the benefits are huge and they're immediate. First off, your code is just cleaner. It's shorter. It's way easier to read. You're not getting lost in the weeds of setting up counters and conditions. You're just saying, hey, for each fruit, do this thing. It's what we call declarative coding, and it makes your code so much easier for anyone on your team to understand.
And this is a big one. This isn't just about making your own life easier or writing pretty code. Knowing this stuff can actually give you an edge, especially when it comes to job interviews.
Think about it from the interviewer's perspective. When they see you using forEach instead of a clunky old for loop, it sends a message. It says, hey, this person knows modern JavaScript. They care about writing clean, readable code. It shows you're not just a beginner who only knows the absolute basics. It's a small thing that can make a really big impression.
So there you have it, forEach. It's clean, it's modern, and it's professional. But you know, it's just one of many awesome array methods out there. So I want to hear from you. What's your go-to array method? Are you a big fan of map for transforming data? Or maybe filter for picking out exactly what you need? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to see what you're all using.